Yes. Oh, look at that lovely ground clearance as well. This is awesome. But yeah, look at that suspension movement, like that flex. It just looks so good. It finally turned up. This thing looks awesome, but also kind of fugly at the same time, which makes it even cooler. Now, I recently did a poll on the channel to see what you'd like me to review next, and this one got 39% of the votes. There was 1,500 votes, so what's that, like 575 of you are actually interested? So hopefully you're watching this video. We've got the Cross RC EMO JT4. Now, this isn't a new release, but it's just so cool, and I've wanted one for absolutely ages. I mentioned previously on the channel that I really wanted to do more cool stuff on the channel and stuff that I really enjoy. So this is what you're looking at right now. This is my first Cross RC rig, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what it looks like, what it performs like. Now, spec-wise, it looks really cool. You know, it's got locking diffs, it's got a 2-speed gearbox, it's got portal axles, it's got a Hobbywing 1060 ESC in it, so, you know, not the best ESC. And obviously it's got this Lexan body, which just looks super, super cool. This thing is just crying out for like 1,000 accessories, stickers, and weathering. And you know I shall be ticking all of those boxes. So let's check this thing out so I can get it outside, because I cannot wait to run it and see what it's like. So first off, this body, it's based on, I think it's an old Jeep 1964 M677, I think it is. I'm not a massive kind of like Jeep guru, so yeah, could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what it's based off. It's not licensed. It is a Lexan body, but I mean, I just think it looks super, super cool. You've got some nice kind of scale details on there. You know, you've got door handles, you've got actual mirrors. You do have clear windows, but no interior. One of the things I do really love about this is that rear bed. Obviously, you've got room that you could get stuff in the back, but then on the rear, you've actually got real wood paneling on the sides and on the top for that roof rack, which is just absolutely awesome and a really nice touch. And then you do also have on the front, you've got a nice big roof rack on the front there as well. Then at the front of the rig, you've actually got this kind of window guard. You've got windscreen wipers. You've got that really cool looking retro grille. I believe all these LED lights will work as well. And then we do have a nice big meaty front bumper. Now, it does look a little like plasticky out of the box, obviously being a Lexan body. And to be fair, some of the cuts and stuff that have been done are not the best. But, you know, once we weather it and put some details and scale accessories and everything, you know, it should hide it all and look really, really cool. You can get this in either a kit form or an RTR. I went for the RTR because I'm too lazy to build a kit. I do also like these wheels and tyres as well. You've got these 1.9-inch steel wheels, and then you've got these Cross RC Blackrock tyres. Now, these tyres actually look really, really nice. I love how soft those foams are. I'm really interested to see how well these perform because they look really, really good. The other thing I really like about this as well, look at that suspension movement. That is what it's about for me. Seeing that on the trail, if it's going to be wobbling, wafting around and nice bit of flex and everything, oh man, that's going to make my day, that is. That just looks awesome. Now, to get the body off, it is held on with body clips. So you've got 2 body clips on the front here, and then you've got 2 body clips, which if I move it there, you've also got 2 body clips in the rear there. This thing's so big, it's hard to actually show it to you all on my desk. But yeah, we've got 4 body clips. So let's get those off. Now, the body is in like 2 halves. So you do need to be, I guess, a little bit gentle with it because, you know, you could pull it apart and separate it. But yeah, with the body, if we just pop these LEDs off, you can see we've got some pretty meaty looking LEDs on the front there. And then you've also got some LED lights on the rear. You do have all the arches and everything as well, which is really, really nice. And you've got some bracing and everything in there for the body as well, which is really cool. The actual body itself, you can get 3 different colors, I think it is. I went for the yellow because I think this is going to look really, really cool. But you can get a light blue and a kind of like an army kind of looking green. Now, for the chassis, it does look very similar to kind of like, well, most of your kind of usual chassis, your TRX4 and stuff like that. You do have these arch liners. So again, hopefully that should stop it from getting like too muddy. We've got our battery tray in the middle and you've got a battery strap for that. You've got your side rails and everything, or your rock sliders, whatever you want to call them. So up front, you've actually got a 2-speed gearbox with all metal gears. You've actually got, I think it's a 540. I'm not quite sure if it's a 550. It does look like a 540 35 turn motor. You've actually got a 25 kilogram steering servo. And what's interesting about this one as well, you might just be able to see in there, it's actually got a transfer case. So your gearbox up front, then you've got this kind of solid shaft here to your transfer case. And then underneath, you've then got your drive shafts. They are big, meaty looking drive shafts as well. Look at the size of those links you've got as well. They are some big, meaty links. You've basically got a 4-link on the rear, you've got a 3-link on the front, and you do have a panhard bar on the front as well there. And again, you can see, look at the size of those steering links. I mean, they are some big old links. You can see those Paul axles there as well. Again, you know, it's nice axle design. It does look different to like a TRX4 and stuff like that. Shocks wise, you've actually got metal adjustable oil filled shocks. And like I said, they do look really, really nice. For your 2-speed gearbox, your shift servo is actually, you can probably just about see it. It's a bit awkward getting everything in shot here, but you've got a 2-speed shift servo there. And then all the way up here on the rear is actually the shift servo for the locking diffs. So I think what it's going to do is just actually lock both diffs at the same time. But again, we'll try that in a minute. You've got nice big side trays here as well, so you could, you know, switch your electronics around and everything. You've actually got a Dumbo RC with the looks of its 6-channel receiver. And then on the side here, you can see we've actually got a Hobbywing WP1060 ESC. It does say it's waterproof, although it doesn't look like it's got a waterproof power switch. You know, they're not the best, but, you know, they're all right. But yeah, I mean, you could definitely do a lot better. I'm hoping, to be honest, that up front here, we could fit a Hobbywing Fusion SE. That would be my plan, to upgrade it to a Fusion SE, but again, we'll see how we go. Now, if you'd like to win a brand new brushless HBI Venture 18 for less than the price of your morning coffee, you can pick between the red or the black brushless version, then check out the raffle link in the description to enter. Now, it is actually a 313mm wheelbase as well, so, you know, a nice kind of universal wheelbase length. Another thing that's kind of cool as well is you've actually got adjustable shock mounting holes there for the rear shock, so that's pretty cool. And then on that rear axle, you can see we've got those portal axles there as well. Again, everything looks quite nicely put together, to be honest. You know, I like the fact that you've got all these big, chunky suspension links and everything. You know, it all looks pretty good quality and pretty meaty. And with all the metal gears and everything, hopefully it should be pretty sturdy as well. Like I said, it's my first Cross RC. So, you know, we're going to have to see what it's like. But, you know, we'll put it through its paces and see what it can take. So transmitter, you actually get, again, this Dumbo RC transmitter. Now, even though the receiver looks like a 6-channel, this transmitter only looks like it's a 4-channel. So it looks like your channel 3 there's going to be for your locking diffs. Channel 4 is probably going to be for your 2-speed. Your power button is just on the back here. And then if we pop this open, you've got all your usual trim adjustments there and your dip switches if you probably want to change stuff like the Lycra battery or maybe like, I don't know, 4-brake reverse, something like that. But otherwise, it's a really basic transmitter. I'm not too fussed on this style, to be honest. You can get these ones as like a 6 or a 10 channel with a lot of the newer like RGTs and the Yikongs and stuff like that. And, you know, it's all right. It does the job, but it's not the nicest thing in the hand, to be honest. So I'll probably be putting a Tyre on this wheel to give it some better grip when I'm driving. Now, it does take 4 AA batteries. I'm not sure if you can use a LiPo with this one or not, but yeah, otherwise it'd be 4 AA's to power it. Now, you do also get included a really nice meaty instruction manual. You get some stickers and everything as well if you do want to stick any of the additional stickers on there. Obviously, if you've got the kit version, you would probably have to stick them all on yourself. But this manual is actually really detailed. I think it's pretty much the same manual for the kit. So, you know, it's got all the info on how to assemble it. So yeah, nice detailed instruction manual. And the other thing that came with mine as well, very generous look, you get a little free gift, which is just like your wheel wrench tool, some spare screws, some little wrenches and stuff like that. So yeah, nothing to shout about, but you know, everything's better when it's free. Now, I'm probably going to run this Overlander 4500 milliamp hour 3S LiPo in it. This one's a hard case, but it's quite thin because one of the things I just noticed is that you haven't got a massive amount of body clearance for the battery. So what we might need to do is just trim this centerpiece here a little bit to give us a bit more battery clearance. Maybe to see if we can just take that little bit of the body out to give us the clearance. Otherwise, we might have to just trim a little bit off this brace. But obviously, you don't want to take too much off to, you know, loosen up the body. But yeah, just something to bear in mind. So if we turn the transmitter on, and then if we turn the RC on, so it's 3S is picked up. So once you power it on, the headlights just come on. There's not LEDs in these bottom ones, but you could fit some if you wanted to. And then on the rear, you've just got tail lights, no reverse lights, no brake lights or anything like that. So, you know, pretty simple, to be honest, just running lights basically. And let's see what the stock steering servo is like. It did say it was 25 kilogram. So it's quite slow. It's not the fastest thing in the world, but, you know, hopefully it's got some, yeah. It's probably not going to be the best thing, and probably one of the things we probably want to upgrade fairly quickly. Now, normally the 1060s are really loud, so I'm guessing this would be the same. Yeah. It reminds me of like an old school Tabia, just like making horrific ESC noises. So yeah, we're definitely going to want to ditch that, but we'll run it stock so you can see obviously what it's like with all the RTR electronics in it. So let's just pop the body back off so we can check out the locking diffs and the 2-speed. Okay, so basically we should be in first gear at the moment. So you can see there's no drag brake there. Then if we press channel 4, that should change us to our 2-speed. So you can see it's got a decent bit of go in it. If we switch it back to first gear, and then let's see whether we're locked or unlocked at the minute. So we put it back in first. So that's locked. So basically when the light is off on channel 3, you're locked. So if we unlock them, now there is a locking cable going from the front diff and the rear diff, but it doesn't look like the front one's to unlock, but the rear is unlocked. I mean, to be honest, I always run everything locked anyway, so, you know, it doesn't really bother me, but yeah, it does seem a bit weird that the front isn't unlocking, but the rear is, so interesting. I noticed with a lot of these ones using these new kind of Dumbo transmitters as well, that, you know, you have to enable it to unlock it, otherwise out of the box it comes locked, which is kind of cool, I suppose, but just kind of backwards what you think would be the norm. You know, you would think you would have to lock it because it would come unlocked, but yeah, again, just something to bear in mind. So it does come out of the box in forward brake reverse as well, so you've got to brake before you can go in reverse. So I'm going to switch that over on the ESC now because I'm not a fan of that. Now, if you're not familiar with the WP 1060 or just like normal 1060s, if you do want to go forward brake reverse or forward reverse or switch them over, you got the little jumper layout here. So you basically just take the topmost jumper off, and then that then puts you in forward reverse. What that also does is when you're then in just forward reverse mode, you then get your drag brake. So if we go forwards, and then we can go straight into reverse. So yeah, so for a crawler, I'd recommend running in that mode because 1, you get your drag brake, and 2, you can just easily switch between forward and reverse. Another thing I just noticed as well is it's just got a plastic servo horn for the steering servo. So to be honest, if you are going to change the steering servo, it'd be worth changing that at the same time, because I can see that probably getting stripped out, you know, before too long, especially if you're going to rock crawl this thing. So for this video, we're just going to literally run it as it comes out of the box. You know, I'm not going to do any like weathering or anything like that to it. You know, let's run it completely stock and see what it's like. And then I'll do a follow-up video with it when we can do some upgrades and do the weathering and all that kind of stuff. If you do want to see me doing a kind of like a mini tutorial of how we weather it and do all the accessories, then drop a comment below and let me know, and I can do that in a follow-up video. Right, let's get this thing outside because I need to see this thing articulating on some rocks. So straight away, slow speed control is not the best, but oh, it's got some lovely flex on it, look. Oh, nice, lovely bit of rubbing. Yeah, the slow speed control is pretty much non-existent, but oh, lovely, lovely noises. Oh, we're gonna get a bit stuck by here, I think. We're gonna have to go a different route. Oh, I love that movement though. That is looking well cool. I'm surprised that did not tip over. That looks just so cool. Lovely squish on those tires as well. Oh, hang on, we're going the wrong way. We want to go over here so we can get up this big rock over here. I'll tell you what, better slow speed control. This would be really, really good. Like the flex on this thing is awesome. And it's actually got a nice bit of low down weight. It's not tipped over once yet. This is going to be the test now. See if we can climb up here. We got a nice yellow sky to go with the yellow, big yellow I'm calling this. Oh, let's try that again. Right, we might have to hop that first little bit. Yes. Oh, look at that lovely ground clearance as well. This is awesome. Another nice section coming up here as well. I'm really liking the ground clearance. It's got loads of ground clearance, but yeah, considering how much ground clearance, it doesn't seem to be that top heavy. Obviously, we got all those big chunky metal links down low, so we got lots of low down weight. This is doing a really good job. Let's see if we can get up here, because this is quite a tricky section. Oh, I think we might have reached our limit. Oh. Right, let's try and go as slow as we can, which is rather difficult with this slow speed control, but have we got enough? Oh, we're getting stuck. Should we go over to the right a little bit? Nah, it's just going to tip. That's a shame. I thought that might make it up there. Let's try a little hop of that first little rock. Oh, no. That's just going to end falling down, isn't it? I don't want to break my nice wooden panels. Oh, yeah, look at that. Oh, on the axle. I love the wobble. It's because of the slow speed control, but just yeah, it's a bit hard to obviously make it go really slow and really kind of see that articulation, but we'll fall it over. But let me look at that. That is just so nice. Oh, we got stuck again. It's surprisingly stable. Oh, yes. Oh, this just looks so cool. I'm so glad I got this. Oh, seawater. Don't want seawater. Let's try and go slow as we can. Oh, bumper clearance. Yes, let's try and go really slow because I don't really want to go in that seawater. Made it. We got another steep climb by here. You know, we got a load of bumper clearance. I mean, I was going to change the bumper anyway, but we do have a nice bit of bumper clearance. Not sure we'll get up here. Oh. Yes. Oh, go on, get some grip. Let's see if we can hop that a little bit. Yes. Oh, look at that lift of the wheel at the front. This is just so cool. It's a shame the body is a bit plasticky. You know, it does look a little bit kind of cheap and plasticky, to be honest, but the suspension movement and everything on it just looks fantastic. You know, I reckon hopefully, you know, with a bit of weathering and stuff like that on it, it should completely transform it and hopefully make it look really, really nice. I definitely need some like spotlights or something on top as well, doesn't it? That'd be really, really cool. But yeah, look at that suspension movement, like that flex. It just looks so good. We got it out on the trail. I am absolutely loving the look of this thing. It just looks so cool. Right, let's try out our trail speed first of all. So first gear. It's actually got a decent pace just in first gear, but let's chuck it in second gear. It's a little ripper in second. It's certainly got plenty of wheel speed. So let's try the bank climb test, see how well it can get at the bank climb. Good test of its kind of low down weight and also the grip on those tyres, which I'm hoping is actually going to be really good. This first rollover, everything's still intact, thankfully. Try get up there again. We're getting pushed over to the right there a bit. We need to give it a little bit of a hop here. Nice, see if we can get up there. Oh, so close. Yes, we made it. And just in case you're not familiar with the bank climb, that's pretty steep. You know, we've just come all the way up there to get to here, which is pretty good going. I do absolutely love the suspension movement on this thing, it's so cool. Head up the little hill climb by here. I'm quite liking the grip on these stock tyres so far. When you get stuck on that first route, that's fine. Maybe a bit hot. And then I want to try and slow crawl up here. See what the grip's like. Nice. I am quite liking the grip on these stock tyres, to be fair. That's not bad at all. Well, I absolutely love this thing. I love the way it looks. I love the way it moves. That suspension movement and the squish on the tyres just looks awesome. I mean, I appreciate the body does look a little bit plastically and a little bit cheap, and to be fair, whoever put it together as the Ready to Run really needs new glasses because they literally mounted the body lopsided. But, you know, looking past that, I do love how it looks. And, you know, I'm thinking about the long-term thing with this, you know, with accessories and stickers and a bit of weathering to give it a bit of depth. I think it's going to look absolutely awesome. Now, it wasn't in the video, but after I'd finished recording, I did run it through some water and it cut out. So the receiver got a bit wet. And yeah, I don't think that stock Dumbo receiver likes getting submerged in water. So just bear that in mind if you do get the Ready to Run and you want to run it through some mud and some water. In terms of its performance, I think, you know, ground clearance was fantastic. The movement on suspension and the dampening and everything on the shocks was really good. Stock tyres were actually really good as well. They had plenty of grip on the rocks and on the trail. With the chassis and those nice big thick links, you got a nice bit of low down weight as well. You know, the weight balance is pretty good. And obviously you got those metal wheels as well, which gives you a nice bit of low down weight. Downsides, I would say, would be, you know, stock radio is not the best. It's all right and does the job, but, you know, it's nothing to get excited about. Also, the locking diffs didn't seem to want to work. I didn't actually bother trying them out on the trail because, you know, we all know what locking diffs are like, and they didn't really work on the bench. So I thought there's no point trying them on the trail. I run everything locked anyway, so it didn't really bother me. But yeah, obviously that was a bit of an issue. And obviously that WP1060, again, not the best ESC. It did do a lot better than I thought it was going to do, to be fair. But I think that was probably down to the gearing on the 2-speed, you know, giving it slightly better slow speed control. Now, I was actually impressed with how tough the body was as well. You know, I did roll it a few times and nothing broke, which is pretty cool. But overall, I am really happy that I got it. For my first Cross RC as well, I am impressed. I do think it has got potential. I hope everybody who voted to see this reviewed on the channel enjoyed the video. And yeah, let me know what you think of it in the comments. You know, what do you think of it? Do you think it's a bit fugly? Well, it kind of is, but fugly but cool. But yeah, what do you think of it? Now, we'll be doing an upgrade video, so if you want to see this thing look even cooler, then make sure you stay tuned for that. But anyway, I'm off to order some cool upgrades. Give us a like if you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching, and we will see you on the next one.